What's up, Cheddar Pot Nation? It's your boy, Zach. They're going to call me Cheese. Welcome to Cheddar Pot, the number one source for ethical Minnesota sports takes. I'm here with my co-hosts, Clay Burrell and Cole Michelson. Say what up, boys.
Howdy do.
This is a safe space to glaze.
Howdy do. All right. That's the kind of episode it's going to be today. This is our second episode in 2 weeks, which is really impressive. So just want to say shout out to us. Just want to say shout out to me hurting my toe really bad so that I could be available for this recording. It all worked out in the end. But enough about me. How y'all doing over there? What's the vibe? How are we feeling?
I couldn't be more depressed. I'm in so much pain.
Okay.
Every day I wake up, I think, what's the point? Sam Darnold brought us this far, and I can't do it anymore.
Oh,
How are
right.
you feeling, Cole?
Sports.
You know, I actually feel quite good. Sam Darnold, he let us down there at the end, but what a magical season, man. He has solidified himself as a Viking legend, for better or for worse. Ton of wins when we weren't so. I'm happy, and Kirill's back. Things are good. Things are looking up for the Minnesota sports teams.
You could say that. You could say that. Shit, yeah, why not? Let's just get into it, right? Let's just jump in. We did all that small talk before we started recording anyways. So.
We're supposed to fucking, I'm supposed to represent, the gloom and doom of Minnesota, and he's all, dressed up. He's got his wild little jacket on. He's got his hat on. He looks like he actually tried.
I have hope.
And I'm just a Jaden McDaniel supporter. Yeah, so let's jump into it. Let's start with the Vikings, though. I think that's the best place to start, picking up where you guys left off there. So just a couple weeks ago, the Minnesota Vikings went down to Arizona to play the LA Rams because they couldn't be in their stadium because of obviously tragic fires. Vikings go in there, seem to be the favorites, and sort of how do I put this? Shit the bed. Pretty awful way to end the season. Kind of got beat down. Not a lot of things to take away from that positively, but we move. How are you guys feeling about that playoff performance, and what are your thoughts just about it overall? Sam Darnold, how KOC was calling it. What are you thinking?
When I tell you the amount of pain that I feel. It's fine, man. I mean, it's not fine, but
it sucks.
The season was, dude. What we were projected less than 6 wins on average, and
We weren't supposed to make the playoffs, no.
Sports Illustrated themselves said 3-14, and then we went 14-3, dude. I mean, that's fine. We had a fun-ass season. It was great. Sam Darnold got us there, by the way, for all you fucking shitty-ass fake Minnesota fans who are saying, why is this guy still in the building? Don't forget who gave you the chance to win those 14 games.
This is a safe space to glaze.
Safe space to glaze. But, no, man, it's... I'm just sick of not showing up when it's time to show up,
Yeah. Well, is there a part of you that's, I suppose optimistically hey, we weren't even supposed to be here. I'm not shocked we lost. Or did you really think we had that thing?
I think we had that win.
Okay.
I honestly thought we had that win. I thought it was going to be close, but that's it. I thought it was going to be close, and it wasn't.
Well, I'm kind of that mindset myself because I was sort of... I wasn't fully expecting to win, right? I was prepared for a loss. I think that's how I watch sports now. I'm just always kind of ready in case it happens. But I will say it was a little different than the Detroit Lions losing because they were supposed to be there. They're supposed to be in the Super Bowl, high expectations. Whereas we were not supposed to do anything, right? And we made it to the playoffs. So in my mind, I'm like, you know what, whatever. A lot of people are like classic Minnesota Vikings, but really we weren't supposed to be there. We were playing with house money. So I think we should just be excited about that. Yeah, sorry, Cole. I can tell you had something too. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Cool.
No, you're fine, man. It's part of the conversation. I'm not surprised. I think that my first couple of reactions when it first happened, obviously pissed, right? that's natural. We're passionate fans of these teams. So when our team doesn't win, and especially when they, you know, come short of expectation, it hurts that much more. I think a lot of people, because of the data that we had with Sam Darnold, you know, he had a bad game against the Lions, but it's like, okay, let's believe in the, 14 other games that he played really well, some of which were really important games. So it's not completely that he just sees ghosts in these important games. I was hopeful that he would bounce back. He had a tough go. He was not the only one. I really, really believe in our coaching staff and the talent that they have, but I think there were some times where they were maybe a little outcoached in that Rams game. I think it's less about putting the blame on someone and more that we just fell short. I mean, that locker room had chemistry. I don't know if you guys remember seeing the interview with Metellus after, and he was like on the verge of tears because he's like, man, we had something really, really special. Like we believed more than the Minnesota sports fans believed in the success of this team. And so that does a few things for me. One, in a year that we're supposed to fall short, it softens the blow a little bit because I'm like, okay, whatever they have cooking in that locker room is something that is possibly sustainable, right? Doesn't matter what talent they bring in. I believe in the coaching staff and the vibes of the team. To whoever comes in, they're going to raise him to the next level, right? That's what we saw with Darnold. It looks like he came in. He's got coaches that really elevated his level of play. His teammates believed in him. He started to believe in himself. There you go. You have success. So I'm hopeful that next year, whatever we do, whether we bring Darnold back on another bridge year or we start JJ or Mac Jones or whatever. Daniel Jones?
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones is right.
I thought so. Yeah, Daniel Jones is Jacksonville.
No, it is the other way around.
Why are you too many Jones? Sorry, got it mixed up.
You do not know ball. You do not know ball. Sorry,
I'm hopeful. I think the future looks bright for this club. But I won't pretend like it doesn't hurt, man. You win that many games and your team looks unstoppable, and you hope that it's finally the year that they'll break through. At least the first game, right? At least the first game. I know we won the Minneapolis Miracle year. We won that first game, but man, it feels like a long time since any Minnesota team's had. Western Conference with the Timberwolves, but
2019 against the Saints as well. That's the last playoff game.
Yeah, so I mean, it happens. It's just like,
and that was a push off by Kyle Rudolph. We all know it.
I don't. Either way, but one thing before you,
it wasn't.
One thing I want to say. So he was talking about the Metellus interview. They got super emotional, awesome. I mean, it was just really sad. But
Metellus was crying. Actually.
I know, but what pisses me off is Sports Illustrated was like the first that I saw break that, put it online, like the magical Minnesota Vikings season. They tried so hard, they got so far, but at the end, it doesn't even matter. Like that, they just posted that video, of quoting him and giving us our flowers. But they were the people that said we're gonna be 3-14. You didn't believe in the first place.
I think almost that might be why they believed in us after, because they were proven so wrong that it inspires that oh dang, okay, can they do this?
Maybe.
Who knows?
I don't know, but I just wanted to call them out.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with everything you're saying. It is, I mean, that's classic just sports media. You got to say what's gonna be hot. Saying the Vikings are gonna suck balls was probably sparked a lot of conversation, got them interaction. Yeah. So, but going off what Cole said there, we were super excited. We did super well despite the doubt at the beginning of the season, and it felt like a bait and switch, right? It kind of felt like, here we go, we made you believe, and now fuck you, yeah, we actually are dog shit. But it's that's the thing with recency bias, and just in football in general too. You live it week to week. You live and die on every game. A team like the Panthers, I remember when they won a game over a team that they weren't expected to beat. They still had I don't know, a fuck ton of losses, right? But everyone's like, whoa, the Panthers might actually be good. They won one game. And the thing with this Viking season that was shitty was it was we're winning. We won 9 games in a row. Everyone's so excited. Sam Darnold's the future. Like, we're winning the Super Bowl. And then we lose that Lions game, and everyone's suddenly like, uh-oh. Like, Sam Darnold's actually ass. And then, the next week is even worse. So just the taste that it left in everyone's mouth was tough. But I think, like what you were saying about how the team is connected and how it makes you believe in it. Like, us, people who keep track of this team, watch every game, week to week, we're reading up on the news and stuff. We understand what's going on in there. Like, we know how special the team is. We know how much they love KOC. And then there's just these outside voices who are like, oh, KOC didn't sign an extension yet. They might trade him because, like, they lost 2 games at the end of the season, even though they had, again,
Foolish.
a magical season that they were not supposed to have. I cannot emphasize enough how KOC's 2 best seasons were seasons we were not expected to do well. That first season, we won all those really close games. This season, we dominated and won a ton of games. And still, there were people like, yeah, he doesn't want to, and it's all recency bias. So all of this to say, it was a disappointing end, but I don't think any of my confidence in this team moving forward has changed because of, like, what you said.
Agreed.
The locker room is so tight, and we have great facilities. We have great facilities. Number 1, right?
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
How's the hot tub?
Dude, the toilets have bidets.
We have for days, okay? Saunas left and right.
Yeah.
And it seems like we're going to be keeping the clientele for the most part, which is, after some of the growing pains we've experienced with another Minnesota sports team, it's kind of refreshing to hear.
KOC, we got him for 5 years?
B-Flow, it's not set in stone, but it sounds like B-Flow is going to stick around for another year at least.
Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
All these great.
Yep.
I mean, let's
That's
not even
huge.
let's not even start on how amazing Kwesi is and how
Yeah.
confident I am in him.
Starts in the front office, man.
Yeah, this has been a competitive rebuild. These last 3
Starts
seasons,
anyway.
Championship was never expected, right? And so we did all this. Anyways, all that to say, excuse me, Cole, you brought up a good point with what's going on in the offseason. Good job, buddy. I want to ask you guys, what are your hot takes for the offseason for the Vikings? What are they doing? What's going to happen? What's Sam Darnold's future? You want to go?
I think at some point,
Wait,
I'll stop
do you
crying.
Want to go?
Yeah, I'll
Do you wanna go?
I'll go. Ready?
Wait, do you want to go?
Jets trade Aaron Rodgers to us for a 1-year deal, and Aaron Rodgers comes play quarterback.
You're
for
calling
us.
it?
Yeah.
He's calling it. All right, clip that. Put that on social media.
I think no. I honestly, I hope not. I know he has been talented. I think he's getting he's at his end here. Obviously a Hall of Famer, one of the best quarterbacks. But no, I do not want
blazing.
him.
Is this still a bit, or
Stop
is
blazing.
do you actually believe that could happen?
No way.
Hot take.
What I think will happen is I think
wanna
JJ
go?
gets the nod. Hey, do you want to go?
Do you want to go?
I just went.
Are you eating your mic right now? You're like, oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you fucking?
Yeah, JJ gets the nod. I think Harry the Hitman comes back for another year.
Oh, you think so?
I don't think he's done. I think as a player, look, and obviously there's so much more going on in his mind that I wouldn't know, but I would imagine, right, you're gonna retire. Hey, it was a magical year, but you fell short. I feel like as a player, he knows that there's some magic left in this team here, and next year, and if you start JJ, another super huge unknown, but like the ceiling is so high for something like that. You run it back with. I think he hangs around for one more year. I think there's some gas in the tank, and I think you. And it's another story if this team went 3-14 this year. Now you're going, all right, I love the Vikings. Thank you for everything. See ya. But after a performance like that and just falling short, I think that just gives you that itch. You're like, I need another go at it.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
That would be awesome, man. If we can get Harry the Hitman back for one more year, just run it back. That would be everything. Dude, he had an amazing season.
he's still really good, man.
At least retire when you look a little slow. Like, dude looks like he's still our age.
I think
That's what
a
I'm saying.
huge component of that is the IQ for the sport you play. You know, you look at all these players that have played really late in their careers, and I mean, certainly, you know, their body holding up and still having a level of athleticism is important, but so many of them know where to be before the play's even developed. And that gives them the position to make a play where they don't need to rely on the athleticism to get them caught up or anything like that. They're already there. So, you know, especially with the position he plays, you know, being able to read a play really well and then get up into the play before anyone else can, that's why he's still valuable.
And his nickname is Hitman. Do you want to be tackled by someone named Hitman?
No. He had a huge tackle this year. I mean, he had plenty, but one that was like a whack.
If you're a receiver in the open field,
he had one tackle this year.
Should be scared.
No way.
Still.
It's a lie.
I think if the body's still feeling good, I think he'll come back. But it's
I
hard
hope
to
so.
say right now. It's hard to say.
So for my
right, hey, you go.
predictions or
Well, do you
whatever,
want to go?
I'm so done with this. Okay. Honestly, I just don't know what we're gonna do. I can't even. We'll bolster the interior offensive line.
Need to.
Get some guards going.
Guards.
We'll get Darrisaw back. Thank God.
Is Reisner cooked?
He might be.
Yeah.
He might be cooked. I don't know how long we signed him for, but
I don't. Yeah. I mean, the Rams are good, but like, there's no way we should have looked like that, right?
no. I mean, dude, versus stupid crazy style with it.
Oh
and,
yeah. Aaron Donald just put all his superpowers into that guy. Apparently.
Yeah, he just said, "All right,
I guess,
you take the lead now."
The Rams just always have
pick up
elite
where I
edge
left
rushers.
off.
Passing the mantle. Yeah.
I love the Rams. Honestly, I wish they won that game after us, man. I love that roster. I think they're going to be really good next year.
Everything they went through too. I could like after the Vikings were officially out. I'm like, all right, now I can support you guys. Like that's.
It would have been cool.
I'm happy for them for.
Like, why
for
did
that,
nobody
but-
talk about how fucking dude? They're stacked. They got
They're really good.
Dude, Kyron Williams. They got probably the best receiver duo in the league besides us, to be honest.
Yeah, they got put to the wayside because of their
Hall
record.
of Fame quarterback.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
ridiculous. But
Super
Hall of
Bowl
Fame
winning
coach.
quarterback.
anyway,
Yeah. and
I
Super Bowl.
don't know, man. I think we'll maybe get another. Well, we'll get Mekhi Blackman back, so I don't know if we'll
Yeah, that'll
need
be
to pick
nice.
up more corners. If we just got to make the signings, dude. We got to bring back Bynum. If we can get Harrison Smith, bring him back. If we can, I mean, we got Gink and Grenard for
I
another
really
year,
want to
right?
keep Gink, man.
I think we got him for another year.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Don't we?
He's
2 years?
from like Iowa, I think, too, and like grew up
Yeah.
in Minnesota.
He's
sports
gonna
fan,
stay
so
with us,
He
dude.
is a Viking.
100%.
He looks
Yeah,
like
he
a
wants
fucking
to.
Viking.
He just
We
had the
gotta
most
keep him.
fun
wants to
season of his
stay.
career. I'm sure he's
Yeah.
gonna stay.
And he got so much love from the fans. So, and our facilities, we have the best facilities.
Dude, we have
Okay.
we have the softest toilet paper.
Why would you want to go anywhere else?
Have you seen our
When you
chip
have
selection?
facilities?
Dude, he
saying?
has the softest hair.
How would you know that?
I assume.
Oh. I stuck into
Probably
his
smells
room
like
and I
lavender.
petted it.
I know
It
it
probably
smells like
no.
lavender.
I bet he uses Head and Shoulders. I feel like he's a
Probably.
Head and Shoulders guy.
Dude, can you imagine if he kind of takes over Head and Shoulders the way Patrick Mahomes
He
and
should.
Malu have it?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. Polamalu, perfect candidate or
But
representative.
he's
what do
gotta
you call
stop
that?
at some
Spokesperson.
point.
But Mahomes, get him out of here.
Palaulu.
Yeah.
Polamalu.
Palabulu.
Yeah, we'll
Honolulu.
be honest, Head and Shoulders, the Patrick Mahomes acquisition was a bit of a questioning move.
Yeah,
Here we are.
didn't make much sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just because he's the best. He's the best quarterback since
Is it safety,
Tom Brady.
wasn't he?
But I don't know.
Oh, you're talking
Okay,
about
this is
All right.
this is going so well.
This
I
is
think
a fun
so.
one. I'm having a great time. So, unless you guys have any other offseason predictions, I'm going to give mine and we'll move on.
Oh,
Yeah, rip
I
it.
think we go with McCarthy, and he does well.
Yeah, well, that's one can hope.
I think we
agree.
bring in Robert Saleh as quarterback.
I think we'll offer Darnold like 15 to 18 million in that pocket. If we can get him for that, great. Bring him back, in my opinion. But I think he'll get offered like 25 somewhere and just won't be able to turn it down.
Yeah. I think Sammy D's gone maybe to Las Vegas as a bridge guy, maybe. I just don't
Pete
think
Carroll,
that,
baby.
Yeah, I think if we get Daniel Jones, because he'll be a lot cheaper, I assume, if we or give him an offer.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the contract situation is with him, actually. I don't know if we're because the Giants are paying him right now, basically. So, anyways, I think budgetarily, we lose Sammy D, which sucks, but he'll go prosper elsewhere. Daniel Jones could potentially be the starter while JJ's coming back, or JJ has an insanely good offseason and he's the starter, and Daniel Jones is the backup. I think that's what will happen. Regardless, by week 3, JJ McCarthy should be the starter. Hoping he has just an insane season. It'll technically be his rookie year because he missed his whole first year.
Right.
Maybe he has a fucking Jaden Daniels run, right?
Yeah,
Anything's possible.
Hey, I was looking. I know it's preseason, so we don't put a whole lot of stock into it. But after the pain of that playoff loss, YouTube, my algorithm knew what I needed, and so they showed me his preseason highlights from one of the games he played. And again, preseason, but man, he looked good. Young, spry, throwing the deep ball, making some escapes in the pocket. Yeah, he looked good. So
Young, supple.
Okay. But not what I meant.
Spry.
Skywalker look.
He said spry.
There's so many what ifs with him. The only way you find out, give the kid a shot. Let him get in there. Let him ball. Let's see what he can do, right?
Top, what was he in the draft? Pick 11 or 12?
10.
Right? 10. Top 10 pick, right?
He's a winner, though. That's the most important thing to me. He's won the championship.
He's seen the bright lights, baby.
A lot of people had him potentially sneaking up and being like one of the top 3 QBs. So, like, just saying, I don't think that was ever going to happen with Drake May. But I think that'll be the move. JJ will come in. He'll be great. I also got similar stuff. I was getting, like, TikTok edits and stuff, which are way too fire. It's so funny, like, editing back in, like, the 2000s, whatever, late 2000s, and it would be so hard to make something look cool. Now you can literally just like log into an app and make the fucking sickest edit of all time in like 30 minutes or something.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of that, but I digress.
Yeah, that would have been great in our YouTuber 13-year-old selves.
It's for the best, probably. Our brain's already fucked up enough.
Yeah, true.
What are your predictions, though, Cheese?
Yeah, I think defense, bringing pretty much everyone back. I would love to see Harry back. Who are, I think, like the main free agent we might lose is Pat Jones, probably, which is sad. We definitely missed him. But I think run it back next year with a different quarterback, with a coach who just got extended, who's got another year of experience under his belt, with our third-year defensive coordinator, our third straight year with one of the best defensive coordinators in the league, Brian Flores. I think this offseason will be very chill. I don't think there will be any crazy signings. Maybe get a corner, but we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be pretty mellow. I think we're going to try to run it back.
Yeah, dude, and having Darisaw back is going to be so huge.
So much.
I will say this. Last quick thought. I was actually quite proud of how the O-line played in certain games and by a large margin. But in those last couple of games, it would have been nice to have him out there. It was noticeable in those games. So they did a good job. They did what they could with him out of the lineup, but we need him. He's sorely missed. So it'd be good to have him back.
Thank you for your service, Robinson. You tried your best.
Thank you.
Let's move on. And let's just get through this really quickly because we actually spent a lot of time on that.
Yeah, we did.
Which we deserve. It deserved it. The Vikings are like the heart and soul of this show, in my opinion. Yeah. So.
But we received feedback that our show is too long recently, so.
We were gonna do the predictions for the NFL honors, but I don't think that's as important as I would like to hear the championship round predictions from you boys. And they're not even listening, so.
Don't answer it.
My mom is calling me right now.
I told her to put him on speaker, dude. That would have been so funny.
Sorry, my mom was calling me Cheese, and he wanted me to answer it and put her on speaker, and I don't know what she's gonna say.
You have to do it for the Vine, bro.
She might talk about all the type of people she. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, all right. Can you repeat the question? I got two brain cells and they're both fighting.
What do we think is gonna happen in these championship rounds? What are your guys' predictions for the NFC Championship, which features the Washington Commanders at the Philadelphia Eagles, and then the other matchup, which will be the Buffalo Bills at the Kansas City Chiefs? What are your predictions? What are your thoughts? You want to go?
Ow. I'll go.
I'll go.
Clay.
Go.
I don't know.
Gosh.
I don't. Honestly, I don't. That's what's so great about this weekend, man. It's good. I have no idea what's about to happen, dude. Because the Bills, It's going to be Bills versus refs. We all know this. However, Josh Allen is absolutely him. He is that guy, and if anybody's going to take down that team, it's him. So I'm really excited to watch that game. But also, we got this young, spry, supple Jaden Daniels.
I never said that word.
I can't believe you said that. Anyway, no, Jaden Daniels could piece. I have no idea, man. I mean, I feel like the Eagles, they're sneaky good, but
The Commanders are even more sneaky good, I feel like.
Commanders could be crazy. I don't know, man. I feel like it's going to be Eagles versus Bills in the Super Bowl. That's my prediction.
I want that too. Yeah.
I want
chaos.
Commanders Bills, but yeah, Eagles Bills would be just a ridiculous game. If it ends up being Chiefs Eagles again, I might not watch. I'm so serious,
watching.
dude. I genuinely might not watch that game. I just can't do it anymore. I want a good matchup, dude. My favorite
watching.
Super Bowl and one of my favorite Super Bowls I've ever watched had to have been the Rams Bengals. That was so good. It's just a good matchup, dude. Give us something different,
That was a really good game.
Yeah.
That was his first year in the league too, right? That was rookie year for Burrow.
Was it?
I think so, right?
No.
No,
it was
second year then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, he was new.
Came off an injury though, I believe. His rookie
Anyway,
year.
sorry. So, Cole,
No,
you go.
I agree with you, Clay. I agree with you on that. Cole, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. Okay, what would I like to see? I would love to see a Commanders Bills Super Bowl. I don't think anyone had that on their bingo card. Maybe the Bills part, but that would be so fun, so electric. Because, I mean, credit where credit is due. All four of these teams have major position at quarterback, right? Really, really talented players, and then obviously really good teams around them. But I'd like to see those two. What do I think is going to happen? I think it's going to be Eagles Chiefs, and I think the Chiefs are going to three-peat. And
All right, well, we'll get to the Super Bowl when it happens.
I'm just saying that's what that's
Don't worry about that right now. Don't worry about
all
that
right.
right now.
I want Bills Commanders though. That's what I want.
He wants the Bips.
Yeah. I mean, I think
and
we
the
can all
what
agree.
is the Commanders?
Cummies.
Go ahead.
I think we
Hey,
can
you
all
go.
agree.
You go.
We want to see the Commanders just from a underdog perspective. I know the Eagles were in it recently, but I also think they're a little bit of an underdog in a way because they're coming off of, a season that started off a little weird. There was talks of getting rid of Sirianni, and then he just went on an absolute run. And they're a wagon. They lost their key captain, their center, Jason Kelce, who I don't know if you know who that is. He's the brother of Travis Kelce and also in a bajillion commercials. Do you know who he is? You ever heard of him?
Who?
Your mama. So basically, the Eagles, I think, are built for this, and I think they're going to take the win. Also, it's a divisional game. I think the Eagles have the advantage in a third matchup. It just feels like they have more pieces. And then on the other end of the ball, I think we all want to see the Bills win, right? And I think they will. I think they will, and they can because, first of all, they've already proven they can. Did it once this season. I think that was in Arrowhead as well, right? Or maybe it was in Buffalo. But
It was in Buffalo, I'm pretty sure.
the thing with the Chiefs, ball nowhere talk right now, man. The Chiefs had close games every damn week, right? And what was the deciding X factor? It was their defense being able to shut down offenses in key moments. I don't think they'll be able to do that against the Bills because Joe Brady, their play caller, is insane. Is definitely going to get a head coach position somewhere. And just Josh Allen, it doesn't matter who's on his team, but he happens to have some really good receivers. James Cook, the offensive line is fantastic. I think the Bills. I think the Bills will beat the Chiefs. I think it might be tight, but I just don't think the Chiefs' offensive firepower can match up to the Bills, and their defense is pretty even.
They were saying all sports media the entire offseason before this season were just saying the Bills have no weapons. They have no weapons. They got a rookie wide receiver, but who knows? It's
Shakir,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They've been balling all year, and it's so fun to watch, dude. Shout out because of
Josh Allen.
Shout out Nate. Shout out Pat. Shout out John. Shout out all of our Buffalo friends, dude.
Shout out Bills Mafia. Yeah.
Hey, did you guys hear too? If the Bills, there's this guy on social media that said if the Bills win the Super Bowl, he'll do a table dive from 30 feet in the air.
Kill himself?
No, I made that up. That was a joke.
Okay.
That was a lie.
I believe that. I fully believe that. Tell him what you said when you called me yesterday.
I called Clay and I said, dude, you won't believe this. I
What?
just saw Kirill Kaprizov and I had a full conversation with him. He goes, what? I go, no, and I hung up on him.
I said, are you serious? You said no, and then you hung up. And then I just went on with my day like nothing ever happened because this is such a common occurrence at this point.
Yeah, I couldn't help myself. All right. Anyways, back to you, Cheese.
And then I call you
go.
5
You
minutes
guys are
later
so
and you're at like a
quirky.
fucking gala. It sounds like you're at like some event.
It was like children's birthday party. What kind of gala do you know that's a children's birthday? There was cake and Hot Wheels and trains. Is
Yeah.
that what you're...
And trains.
sounds-
That sounds
Lots
like
of
your kind
trains.
of party, bud. Sounds like your kind of
Actually, you guys you'll totally be like, yeah, I'm not surprised. All the parents were talking in like the kitchen, and I probably spent 80% of the party playing knee hockey and shooting a basketball in a little hoop with the kids. And then even when the kids walked away, I kept shooting by myself.
Yeah, let's go.
That's what
And
I would have done too.
I can only imagine the parents and adults looked over and they're like, is he?
This
Like,
kid.
is he?
Is-
Rachel's point? Okay, cool.
Is he?
That's just Cole.
Yeah, just me.
Is he?
And then he clogged the toilet and left. All right, what's
Okay.
next?
All right, for pacing, we're gonna skip through the Wolves stuff. I just want to say, how absolutely dare you to whoever picks the All-Star starters, because we all
Yeah.
know Anthony Edwards deserved that start over Steph Curry. Steph's having a fine year, but his team is not doing great. Whatever, and we get it; it's a popularity contest. But Anthony Edwards, you deserve the start. You've been balling out. We love you, Jaden McDaniels.
I just
shout
got
out to you
one-
as well.
I got one
Jaden
thing to say to
McDaniels
that
been
All-Star
popping.
person.
Do it while I plug my charger in.
Well, I want you to hear it, Cheese.
Oh, I'm listening. I got my headphones.
Okay, I got one thing to say to you, All-Star selector. Bring your ass. That's a.
I don't get it.
What do you? What?
I don't get
I've
it.
never heard that before. What is that? Was that
Is
from?
that like a thing that? Chris Finch said? Chris Finch said that?
No, I think it was Chris Tucker from that movie.
Oh, Rush Hour.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I think it was the B movie.
Yeah. The B movie?
Yeah.
Is Chris Tucker in B movie?
Yeah. Wasn't he the?
Okay, stop.
The zebra?
You go. You
That's
go.
Chris Rock.
Wasn't he the
Madagascar.
zebra on the? Wasn't he the zebra on
No,
the
that's Chris
island from the
Rock.
B movie?
That's Chris Rock.
Did you guys hear they're making a Madagascar 5?
Madagascar.
Madagascar, and the bee from the B movie is making a cameo.
Why did Chris Ross?
That shit would be so fire, dude.
That'd
right.
actually be really good.
If there was a Madagascar B movie like crossover,
What even is the plot for that?
I don't know.
They find out that they've been illegally shipping honey from hives to Madagascar, and so the bees follow it, and they meet the whole crew from Madagascar and Julian. Julian's
pretty solid
bathing in a
plot.
tub of honey.
Oh no.
Cool.
Oh,
did you just-
this is my honey. That's terrible.
Cole might have a
It's
future in screenwriting.
Okay, you go.
No, you just whipped a plot up like that. We gotta get you.
Oh
Hollywood,
my gosh,
bro.
I'm crying. That was
Okay.
so funny. It was so
We
not
just got
funny.
out of
but-
Hollywood.
Yeah.
All right,
We live for those
it's
moments.
time for everyone's favorite segment. It's
No,
the
no.
Wildy Corner. I'm handing the baton to Cole right now. Cole, please
Ow.
talk wild to us. Talk wildy to me. Oh,
I haven't been more depressed. It's been so long since I've been happy.
Okay, so this isn't strictly Wildy Corner, Wildy Corner.
That was a bad loss, though.
how do you say it, Wildy?
Wildy, Wildy.
Say
I don't know.
I
Wildy.
say it like wildy.
Wildy. That's why I said Wildy after
Say
him.
Wildy.
Wildy. Anywho,
Wilda.
I think the thing that I
time.
wanted to chat about and get everyone's take on here is the blockbuster trade that just went down last night,
Yeah.
2 nights ago.
Last night.
Pardon me.
No
we
one
had a
knows what
three.
day it is.
We have a three-way trade. Let me read out the specifics of it.
I can recite it right now.
Okay, do it.
I can't.
Also, explain in NBA terms when done.
I can recite
Okay,
half
we
of
can
it.
we can try and do that for you, Cheese.
Or
All right,
NFL terms.
so you got 3 teams. You got Carolina Hurricanes, you got the Colorado Avalanche, and you got Chicago Blackhawks.
Shout out Chicago for this one too.
Yeah, Chicago's smoking something in their pipe because this is. So okay, Carolina. I'll give my quick tidbits on each thing here. All right, Carolina Hurricanes. They go all in. They trade Martin Necas.
Necas.
Yep, thank you. Martin Necas and Jack Drury, both forwards, and they also trade a 2025 second round pick and a 2026 fourth round pick for Mikko Rantanen and Taylor Hall. This is their year to ball. They're picking up. I didn't even know this. I knew Rantanen was a very, very good player, but when I was reading up on this trade, since 2022 there are only 4 players that have more points than him: McDavid, Draisaitl, Pastrnak, and another elite player. I can't remember his name.
Jaden Daniels.
No. All that to say, I mean, he doesn't. He's a big name. People know him, but he doesn't get the same attention that those names I just listed did. He should. He is a top performer, one of the best players in the world at this sport, and so he got traded, and that is crazy. And then the Chicago Blackhawks facilitate the trade. They retain half of the salary for Mikko Rantanen, and they get a third-round pick. Here's the best part: that third-round pick they traded to Carolina last year in the draft, so they didn't even they just got their pick back, and then they also got $4.67 million.
And now they're just paying half of his salary.
Business.
They got fleeced, man.
Business.
Well, I think they just know they're absolute ass cheeks.
Yeah, they're going long-term rebuild here.
And so they're just like, hey,
Long-term rebuild.
let's get a third round and just pay $9 million.
Yeah. So here's what it sounds like everything is. Carolina goes all in. They trade for Rantanen and Hall. They're balls to the walls here. Colorado made this play because, one, they love Rantanen, but it sounded like trade talks were not effective. No one really thought they would still lose him, but it sounds like instead of letting him walk at the end of the year for nothing, they wanted to get some value, so that's what they did. Also, this makes them more competitive after 2026, because after 2026, they needed to have McKinnon, Makar, and Rantanen on big contracts, and then you're filling the rest of your slot roster with like ECHL players, basically. So they needed to do this so that they could stay competitive in future years. I think it's a net loss in terms of their competitiveness right now, but it makes them a little more competitive in the long term. And then the Blackhawks, dude, you got Connor Bedard. He's 19 years old. You got a lot of time. You're never going to let this kid walk from the franchise. So,
Right.
Yeah, play the long game. They take on this cap because they have the cap space right now. They get an extra pick or they get their pick back. They'll probably still be dog water for a couple years, but hopefully they pick up some more draft picks. And then in 2028, 2029, they got a prime Bedard with hopefully other talent around him. So I still give him an F. I still give him an F because, dude, you could have waited a little longer and gotten a third round pick or a second round pick and less retention on a cap hit for Taylor Hall. I don't know why they felt the need to prop up the Hurricanes to win a Stanley Cup, but I guess.
Oh, yeah, and they lost Taylor Hall.
Yeah. So
they lost $9 million, I think it was. Or was that his full salary? So they got half that.
they took half of it, so like $4.6 million.
$4.6 million. They lost Taylor Hall, and they got a third round pick that they already had last year.
Yeah.
Good job, Blackhawks.
Okay, let's put this in. Let's put this basketball.
NBA
Okay.
term.
What does Poppy think? Hold
Okay.
on.
So Rantanen is probably he's like a Russell Westbrook, right? Do you think that's fair?
Rantanen?
Yeah. Westbrook, very, very talented
Yeah.
player, top producing player, blockbuster name,
Yeah.
beloved by fans,
That's a good one.
traded. And then in return, they get like I don't know, what's a slight step down from because Martin's really good. He's a very talented player.
Natchez
but
has been crazy
they
this
think
year.
that this is kind of like you're buying high on him right now. If he keeps producing at this level, great. But so is there another player in the league that's doing that?
I don't know.
right
He's just one of the top three. Like, well, I don't know if he still is, but he was the number one point scorer for like I think 2 or 3 months into the
LeBron
year.
James.
LeBaron, evil LeBaron.
Evil LeBaron. Evil LeBaron.
I don't know. I like almost in a weird way. and this is interesting because I was looking at a lot of Colorado Avalanche fans' responses, and almost everyone unanimously is like, "Yeah, I get it, but fuck this shit. I hate this because he was beloved." Yeah. I honestly, in a weird way, I relate this to the Cat trade with the Knicks. We got talented players back, but you also got rid of a star player who's beloved, and that's what Rantanen was. I mean, a favorite for so many people, and also more talented certainly than the players they got in return, but like they got good players still in return, and that's kind of what we got with the. I would say Cat is better than Randall. I would say Cat is better than DiVincenzo, but we got both of those guys back, and we did it for cap reasons. That's why Colorado did this as well.
Also, Natchez has been like hurt a lot lately or something.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, he didn't play 2 games. Dude, I don't know. Look at that. That's huge.
I don't know the IR report for him.
So something's weird going on with him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would not get rid of Rantanen. That's all I'm saying.
No, everyone's bummed, but he, like I said, he was a unrestricted free agent at the end of the year. So if Colorado didn't convince him to stay or didn't give him the money he was asking for, he got to just walk to the open market. Yeah. You get no value for that.
True.
So they preemptively, they're like, we can't close this guy. He's asking for too much money than we can give. Let's trade him. Let's get something out of it. And Natchez is under contract for another year. So it's like it's not like a rental both ways.
Honestly, it's a decent move on both parties.
It's going to work out for everyone. Even though I still give an F to the Blackhawks, it probably will work out for them because what else are they doing right now?
Never know.
They're just trying to get another pick, and they're not going to be competitive with that cap right now.
Third round, though.
That they already had. It's the best part.
So bad. No, it's not going to work out for them. But
yeah.
Kudos to
it. Oh no, the Hawks had a dynasty in the 2010s. They don't get it. I have no sympathy for Blackhawks fans.
Good. We famously hate the Blackhawks here and Cheddar Pot
and
HQ.
the Avs. That's why I told the
I don't
when
hate
I walked
them as
in,
much as I hate the
I'm the Wild
Blackhawks.
here because the Wild actually kind of in a weird way, kind of like we're sitting on our couches going doing a Peter Griffin laugh here because
Is that what that was?
Colorado, like I said, they extend their window to stay competitive, but in terms of the right now, and especially next year when we're supposed to get really competitive with all that cap space open, they don't have Rantanen, who has traditionally been for a lot of teams, but definitely the Wild, been a thorn in our side. He always puts up major points against us,
and now he's on the East.
And he's not in our division. Nature's still very good. Drury's still very good, but
right.
Colorado goes down a peg, and obviously the Blackhawks sucking more is great. So Wild fans are like, all right, cool, and not
we're going wild.
We're going Wildy.
I feel for the Colorado Avalanche. It hurts to lose a big player, but as a division rival, I also am like, fuck you guys, ha ha ha. That's great, and that's all I have to say.
Real quick.
Anything else? Yeah, let's hear it.
That's all I got.
Are we getting Zeev this year? Don't take 10 minutes on this. Just
no,
quick.
not 10 minutes. All right. So
yes or no?
Zeev most likely not. There are some hopes that Danila Yurov comes over because he's decided to come play, and so
yeah. Oh, I was thinking of Yurov. You're right.
Yeah, so he's playing in the KHL right now. This is one of our really exciting prospects. He decided to come play for us. What happens to KHL players when they announce that is their KHL teams usually bench them more. And so he's good. He's got to stay on the team. If they don't make a deep run in the playoffs, which probably won't happen because they're a good team, then he would come over early. He might play for us end of the season, into the playoffs if we're in the playoffs, which would be good.
I definitely heard everything you just said.
I don't even know. Yeah, I know. I don't know.
You're watching Disney Channel.
Disney Channel.
I'm glad you picked up on that. Sorry, Cole.
No, you're
this
fine.
is the most
you're fine. You're
brain
fine.
dead
It's stuff that gets me. I could talk about it for hours. It gets me all excited and giddy.
I get
Yeah.
it. I get it.
Hey, he's a
That's how I am
young,
with the
spry,
Timberwolves.
supple athlete.
Why would you say that? What is wrong with you? Disgusting.
All right, so this is getting off the rails. Let's finish this thing off. I want to do a little palate cleanser. No more dissecting sports. Let's have a little fun because we obviously have no fun on this podcast and have not had fun all day today. So the question I want to ask you guys, just as Minnesota kids who have loved Minnesota sports for their whole lives, who were your favorite Minnesota athletes growing up, and who are they now?
Jason Kubel. I'm just kidding.
Jason Kubel.
No, I just wanted to
that's
say
not
the
a
most
bad
random fucking name.
I fucked with Michael Kadire. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I mean, he was fire.
I had a jersey.
Dude, honestly, like, my favorite athletes growing up. Okay, how old am I?
I don't know.
Dude,
20, 28?
there's no
are you 28? Are
parameters,
you
man.
29?
That's a funny joke, Cole. Good job.
No, just growing up. You can name a bunch of them.
I mean,
Show some
obviously
love, man.
AP, dude. I mean, you gotta say AP if you're gonna say that.
AP.
But, dude, I would say, honestly, oh, you know who I loved growing up for
Oh my
some
gosh.
reason?
Say it. You're trying to be
You know who it was?
No.
You know who I'm thinking of right now that
No,
I
don't.
can see a face.
I don't know who you're thinking of.
You know, Pat Neshek, bro. You remember him?
Pat
Do you say?
Shack.
Did you say Meat Shack?
Meat Shack? Pat Meat Shack.
Cole, we're gonna
My
have to try
friend
that
Patrick
again.
Met Shack.
Did you say Meat Shed?
Shut up. Fucking shut up.
No,
Cole,
Pat
do you have
Neshek
any?
was crazy. I just loved, but AP, and then I guess if you go wild, Mark Parrish. Loved Mark Parrish. That was my first
even know
wild
that.
jersey.
Yeah, he's doing deep cuts. I love it. Those are some.
That's
those
the
are some
idea,
good ones.
right? Yeah.
Right. All right. I'll pick one from each team. Growing up, funny enough, as a young lad, I was an Eagles fan and a Colts fan. Don't ask me why. I loved Marvin Harrison and Donovan McNabb. Couldn't actually care much for the Vikings. I actually went to a Colts Vikings game as a kid, and I cheered for the Colts. And then I went and got Tony Dungy and Peyton Manning's autograph after the game, and I was crying because it wasn't Marvin Harrison. And my dad's like, "You're an idiot."
Yeah.
So I still have that hat. It's a Marvin Harrison hat, an '88 hat with their autographs on it, which is
Peyton
cool.
Manning signed
but
the Marvin Harrison hat.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
He probably had, I'm a kid, so he's like,
Wait,
whatever.
you said Peyton Manning. Who else signed it?
Tony Dungy,
Tony Dungy.
head coach. Yeah.
Vikings legend.
Right. But I will say Dante Culpepper was great.
I love
and he was a lot of fun to watch. Or Randy Moss with the mooning of the Packers.
Disgusting act.
I'll go Twins. Joe
Terrible.
Mauer. Obviously, Joe Mauer was and is
Oh,
just
yeah.
like
Joe
such a good
Mauer.
Minnesota guy. For the Timberwolves, KG. I'm sorry, I'm going real classic here, but Kevin Garnett. I remember go watch. Okay. And then for the Wild, man, honestly, a guy that I really miss, Jason Zucker. I loved having him on our team. Could never finish his
Zucky,
breakaways,
man.
but he was
OG
so
Zucker.
darn fast and still is pretty fast. He's still playing, but loved having him. Eric Holla, Charlie Coyle,
Oh, that
Jason
dude was fast, Holla.
Pominville, and Miko Koivu. Some really, really great.
Bro,
wild. That was
this
a
is
fun
bringing me
era. Yeah, fun era.
Thomas
for sure.
Vanek, bro.
Thomas Vanek. Oh, dirtiest shootout
Bro,
moves
that
ever.
one goal against the
in between
Jets.
the legs. Ooh, so good.
Damn.
So yeah, so there's some mine. What about you, Cheese?
Man, I have a bunch.
Christian Ponder.
Hey, it's not your turn anymore.
Yeah, dude. I mean, growing up, my favorite baseball player and just like favorite player in sports was Doug Minkiewicz. Does that name ring a bell for anyone?
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Never heard of
remember
that guy.
Doug Minkiewicz was the first baseman for the Twins when I was like, pretty young. He ended up getting traded to the Red Sox the year they won the World Series in 2004. So I became like a
Nice.
pseudo Red Sox fan because they had Dougie and they also had David Ortiz. So I was like, yeah, fuck with the Red Sox. And then they won a bunch of World Series. So I kind of know what it's like to root for a team that wins in a sense. But I also, like I said, I loved Michael Dyer, Brad Radke.
Yeah, Mikey.
You guys remember Brad Radke?
Yeah.
No.
Corey Koski, Torrey Hunter,
Oh,
Hunter,
my
nice,
God.
that's a good one.
Denard Span, just like,
Yeah, dude. Denar's fan was crazy.
yeah,
I
like
went
the
to
super athletic players were like my favorites.
I went to that game in 2007, I think it was, where we were like win and in against the Tigers.
Oh yeah,
And,
the 163rd game. Yeah.
Yeah, and Denard's fan, I think it was, hit a triple, and we won. Oh, dude, I'll
Huge
never
game.
forget.
Bro, Yo, Johan Santana, Francisco
Oh
Liriano.
my God, bro!
Like that.
Johan
era of
Santana.
Yeah.
That era of
Do you guys
twins,
do
man.
you guys remember the '91 World Series? Gosh, that was some
Oh,
rise. That was so
those were
much
good
fun to
days.
watch.
Atlanta Braves? I do. I remember. I was there.
Yeah. Oh man, I was.
How about the 87 World
I was
Series?
in my dad's ball sack, and where was he at the time? He was.
Do you guys remember 9/11?
that one.
Cole, you're off the pod. You're off.
All right, we're
Oh,
done.
come on, that was
Wait.
clever. That was good.
Okay.
I
know,
wasn't
I'm gonna
born yet.
stop-
That's
I'm
the
gonna stop
joke.
going off on the Twins though, but I want to give a couple more shout outs. Shabazz Muhammad,
Oh.
like that era of the Timberwolves.
Dude, why not
Al
Justin
Jefferson.
Morneau? Not a single shout out to Justin Morneau.
Bro, I gave 20 different Twins. You want me to keep
I know.
going?
You could.
I really could though because I love my Minnesota Twins.
Yeah.
But Shabazz Muhammad was like one of my favorite Timberwolves players.
Dude, Brian Dozier.
Dozier, yeah.
Shout out
RIP.
Brian Dozier. That was one of my favorites. I mean, I was like
Yeah.
high school, but still.
When we lost him to the Dodgers, I was heartbroken.
I know.
Vikings lore. We haven't even like really got into the Vikings. Klein Saucer.
Oh, that guy's autograph.
Randall
I fucking
McDaniel.
Loved him. He was the man.
Okay, we could just
Yeah.
name random players.
John Randall was great too.
We love John Randall.
Klein Saucer. Wow, what a great one. Chris Carter.
Wait, Klein Saucer was your favorite?
I loved Klein Saucer. Well, I just
Yeah.
thought his name was cool, and then he was number 40, and he's a tight end. Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
Percy
he was,
Harvin.
dude, nasty in college.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Chris
Percy
Carter.
Harvin.
I had a Chris Carter jersey. Yeah,
Hey, quick shout out to Mike Ditka. I don't think she's like that.
Unfortunately, you know who my favorite Vikings player actually was? Obviously AP. I mean, that's just, but Darren Sharper. That's a bummer.
Oh, Darren
That was my
Sharper.
favorite as a kid.
Yeah.
And then he did bad things, but
Yeah.
can you hear us, Cheese?
God. Yeah, I hear you.
What was I don't know. That was kind of creepy. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was really
I lost
bizarre.
my- I was sorry. I was looking up something.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It was the head tilt. You
You
went
say like, why'd you tilt your head at me? Like you're
crazy on us.
And then I lost my shit. And then the last thing I'm gonna shout out to Maya Moore from the Lynx and shout out to Marion Gabrick. That's it.
Oh, Gabby.
Those are my favorites. All right, then who are your favorites now? And I'm gonna keep this short too because we gotta go. But Jaden McDaniels. I love you. I love the way you play defense. I love the way you carry yourself. I love Jaden McDaniels. So, all right, you go.
No. You
go.
could do one for like each team.
Well, I thought you were doing.
You go.
Yeah.
You go. Oh, is that the thing? I mean, we didn't have any rules.
Everyone
I just feel like
gets
I'm
one for
rambling.
each team. No, everyone gets one for each team.
Okay.
And then we'll wrap it up.
Vikings, Harrison Smith, Twins right now. It's got to be probably Royce Lewis. And then for the Wilds, I'm going with Brock Faber or Midzy.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nice. There could be repeats, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not saying that was mine, but
You go.
Midzy,
no, you go.
No, you go. I'm still thinking.
Ginky.
you go.
I'm ginked up.
Ginky.
Van Ginkel. I would say for the
Pookie.
Wolves. I mean Nas Reed.
Yeah. That's weird.
And then Twins, Pookie Bear. I don't know, dude. He pissed me off last year. But probably
What do
Pookie Bear.
you mean? The whole team pissed us off. Isn't that?
I know, but it's not his fault. He was hurt. But like, come on.
I don't do that slump thing.
And then he came back and wasn't good. But hopefully
He was in
Pookie
the
Bear's good. He's a married man now, so he's got bills to pay. That being said,
You got the Twins.
Wildy. That's a good
Eki?
question, man. I think Eki. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you have a
Foligno,
theory.
dude. Foligno. I think that's
Yeah.
still my favorite player on the
That's
team.
good.
Honestly.
That's good.
Cool.
Go.
I got a.
Oh wait, you
for-
already did a twin. Never mind.
Yep, for Twins, for the Twins, Alex Kepler. RIP. Max Kepler, I know. I had him. We also traded him, which
Alex,
is
Alex
Kirilloff?
Kepler. No, dude,
Yep,
I'm really sad about Kepler.
for the
You meant
for the
Alex Kirilloff.
Timberwolves.
We did not trade Max Kepler, by the way. That was free agent. He was a
Oh,
free
really?
agent.
I thought we traded him.
Oh, we just released him.
Sorry,
Okay,
I try not
my
to pay
bad.
attention to anything.
He was a free
Well, sad.
agent.
Otherwise, no,
They didn't raise
probably Pookie Bear. Then I like
Fuck
Pookie
the
Bear
full
or
odds.
or who's the farm guy? Is it like Farmington or something? Don't we have a guy on
Kyle
our
Farmer
team?
is no longer on the team.
Oh, okay. Well, I clearly don't know Twins at all. Okay, Timberwolves.
You're here for hockey. That's it.
I'm gonna go with Saw Reed. Saw Reed. You hate that. I love making you guys so upset.
Can we end this podcast,
Nas
please?
Reed. Okay, I'm picking Nas Reed because when he shoots threes, he makes it look effortless. Like he barely jumps. I love it. It makes me so happy.
He just goes like. That's how
Yeah,
he just,
yeah. Is that how he does it? Wait, show us again. Yeah, that's good.
He just,
One more time. Yeah. Okay. For the Vikings, I'm gonna go with Daniil Hunter because I'm really excited about the potential he has.
All right, I'm gonna end this
Daniil,
right now.
all
What are you
right.
doing? Stop.
You know what you just said.
I'm so close to just
in
pressing
timeout.
stop, dude.
No, I want Dallas Turner. On
We
that
definitely
one.
can't skate.
I want Dallas Turner.
Okay.
And then for the Wild, I'm gonna pick Mitzi because he probably has my favorite comment.
That's a good one.
My favorite comment of the year when he
Tarps
says
off.
2x4 top titties.
Yeah,
pretty
dude,
good, so-
2x4 top titties. Dude.
Yeah,
that was so
All right.
funny.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
that's
much
it.
for joining us. I was just kidding.
Wow.
I was doing a bit.
Rushing us off.
What is
I
happening?
was doing a bit.
He's rushing
gotcha.
us off.
This
Okay,
dude,
now
we
I'm
have
really
gone
gonna end it.
fully
Keep-
off the
keep
rails. This
fucking
is.
shit up.
I apologize to our viewer.
Sorry,
Hey,
Richie.
Mom. Sorry. All right. That's good. You guys got anything else?
Any
Alright.
questions, Cole?
No, I'm good.
Any questions,
Hey.
comments, concerns from everybody?
The coffee's starting to hit. That's why I'm a little.
Starting.
Yeah.
Dare he?
No, that was good. That was
All
good.
right. Well, we all got stuff to do. We got places to be, and we also
Yeah.
are hitting the time perfectly, just under an hour. That's gonna do it for this week's Cheddar Pot. Thank you so much for joining us again. We'll see you next time.
EJ Henderson.
Okay.
That's a good one,
Goodbye.
actually. Bye.